Welcome to the unforgiving world of the Thicket, a dark western where survival is brutal and villains outnumber the heroes. Let's dive into this twisted tale of violence, loss, and revenge. The story begins with Jack Parker and his younger sister, Lula, who have just lost their parents to smallpox. Their grandfather takes them on a journey to a safer home with an aunt. But before they can cross the river, everything goes horribly wrong. Then enters the cutthroat Bill, a vicious bank robber and serial killer played by Juliette Lewis. Bill is terrifying, cruel, and relentless. She ambushes Jack's family, murders his grandfather, and kidnaps Lula, dragging her into the wilderness known as the Thicket. Jack is now alone, desperate to save his sister. But how can a boy stand up to a killer like Bill? Jack seeks the help of Reginald Jones, a bounty hunter with a tragic past, played by Peter Dinklage. Jones isn't your typical bounty hunter. He's a dwarf, sold to a freak show by his own father when he was just a child. Now a hardened man, his weapon of choice is a rifle, given to him by Annie Oakley. And despite his rough exterior, he agrees to help Jack track down cutthroat Bill. Along the way, they're joined by two more outcasts, a former slave who now digs graves, and a prostitute named Jimmy Sue, played by Leslie Grace. Together, this mismatched crew ventures deep into the thicket in search of Lula. Meanwhile, Lula is living through a nightmare. Cutthroat Bill isn't just a killer. She's twisted and enjoys tormenting her captives. In one disturbing scene, Bill forces Lula to strip and sleep beside her by the fire. The stakes are no longer just about survival. It's about escaping the clutches of a sadistic villain. The climax unfolds in a violent, bloody confrontation. With only two survivors left standing at the end, the Thicket is as much a story of loss as it is of survival. And even then, the future for those who remain is as bleak as the wilderness around them.